Alright, good morning, guys. Oh, yeah. Waking up. March, we're close now, we're close. The cannabis season is starting. Well, cannabis gets you out of this. Not the first video up the top that's coming tomorrow or soon, but this second video. Cannabis definitely gets you out of the Saturnalian pulsing circles hypnosis. Yes, guys, I'm picking it up too. I'm not dead. Look, just because it takes me a while to get to a video doesn't mean I don't know it. People act like I don't know something just because I haven't talked about it yet a lot of the time. So here we are. And, I'm trying to build a channel, and, you notice that in my videos, often I start very basic so that I can work on my own philosophies, because I don't just want to be an echo, I'm a voice. I encourage you not to be an echo and to be a voice yourself. Let's brighten this up a little. Whoa. It is pre-7 a.m, so let's get that one out of the way a bit. Now look, I know I've written bitch there, but, to be honest, I've never met a woman who didn't turn that way. So you're going to have to deal with truth. And that is part of this video and the one above it. What are we doing here anyway? I'm going to be talking about speaking as destroying this matrix anyway. Because otherwise it's a silent genocide, as you see up there. Anyway, that one can be in the back of your mind, but no, actually, let's just get that out of the way so we can focus here. Okay. Okay, good morning. Sorry. So, I'm making a video series, In Organic Portals, Hell We Suffer. And I made number 1 and 2. They're all got different brackets. So a different, you might say, undertone of philosophy, background, plot to the video. And this one is, yes, about the Satanic, Saturnalian pulsing circles hypnosis. Now, these Satanic people, anybody holding the Satanic energy, what I've noticed is they are trying to, psychically press you in, whether they don't know they're doing it or not. Like, they seem to do it, but not really realize the consequences of what they're doing. So it's not as if they're completely unconscious. It's like they've got a layer of observational consciousness missing, or they're missing in a dimension of themselves, is how I think it is. And it appears to me to be the 5th dimensional, consciousness missing. We're going to talk about that. So you and me, us true spirits, we are multidimensional, as you know. That's why I take that tone. I don't even have to go into it. That sigh tone, I was like, oh, I don't have to mention this again. Did you hear me just then? So I already know that you guys know, so that's why I just took that tone while I was saying it. Like I was, presenting something. Oh, right, here we go again. Anyway, so you and me, we're multidimensional, as you know. They don't know what we're talking about when we talk about. They're like, what dimension? What do you mean multidimensional? Like we exist in a parallel dimension at the same time? No, that's not what we're talking about. Maybe one day you'll figure it out if you listen to my videos. So anyway, we know we're multidimensional and we understand, we know what this means. I'm not going to talk about it. Anyway, so in Organic Portals, hell is where we suffer. But you know how people say heaven and hell is a state of mind? Well, us multidimensionals know all about that. And that's part of being multidimensional. The 7th dimension is the heavenly Reiki rays, and higher color sound light, immaterial sound. And this is, the part that makes you feel heavenly when you reach that in your meditation. And that is known as heaven. And the sixth dimensional geometric, archetypy dimension is, the geometric grid or gate of heaven, right, dimension. Anyway, the fifth dimensional flowing, you see it now, flowing crystalline waters consciousness is the fifth dimensional layer. So, sorry I have to keep pressing the screen, it annoys me too. So this is what they seem to have missing, which is like a flowing observation of your third dimensional habits, what you're doing, what you're speaking, what you're saying with the little anthropoid monkey body mouth noises. It's, observing you're observing as well. So it's like this flowing multi-dimensional observation viewpoint. And that's what they have missing. And so they have this fourth dimensional psychic press, but they're not really aware of what they're doing. Some of them are conscious of their role. These are the dark masters, right? But these, these really dumb organic portals, sometimes they can even, do it, but it's very unconscious. So, everybody is multidimensional. It's just that they're not multidimensional because they're not conscious there. You need to be conscious there to, be it. Do you understand what I mean? To be or not to be sort of thing. Good old Shakespeare. Anyway, so I've noticed that this Satanic Saturnalian pulsing circles hypnosis, or this hypnosis from Saturn, yes, like the actual planet in the solar system, or however you think it's all set up, it's producing like a type of pulsing frequency is what we've all been picking up over the last decade or so. You've had even people like David Icke, make videos. What's his videos? Saturn isn't what you think it is either, I think, is his video. So people are onto this out there, it's like it's getting into the mainstream is what I meant, because he has, like a lot more views, for instance, than my channel. And there's, a whole shit ton of like smaller channels like myself, talking about this. So people are picking up on this because it's a emanating frequency that's emanating over all of us. And what happens is you step up and out of it. Yes, it's called ascension. Stepping up and out of circles, basically. That's what ascension is. So this is a mind circle. And I've noticed that it's like a pulsing. Sometimes you can tune into this and feel it like a resonant pulsing. You know what I mean? So look for that in your mind. And if you find that, that's what we're talking about. It's a type of pulsing. And this pulsing actually creates on a third dimensional level circles, or habitual circles, and serfdom, serving, slavery. Oh damn it, I wanted to put that in the title. We suffer slavery. Yeah, that's it. Sorry, I have to edit this because, I wanted to put that in there. Alright, doesn't look as good, but needs to be in there. There you go, for your feng shui. Alright, so, and feng shui is fifth dimensional seeing, feng shui, or feng shui, things in a particular energetic order around a room. And yes, I can do that type of thing for your house, fix your feng shui, because if you have clunky feng shui, or feng shui, however you say it, if you have clunky, like in my tent at the moment, but, it's funny how you can change one object an inch to the right and it fixes the energetic nature of the whole friggin' room, or it stands out an object to your left. Oh, now I have to move this object over here a little bit on the left side of me after I just moved that bottle to the right, you know what I mean? And this is feng shui, the way the energy is going around and bouncing off objects and stuff. So that's also a fifth dimensional release. We say that fifth dimensional nature is a release, and third dimensional nature is the confines, right? If you understand the third dimension, it's a zonal reality, not just fragment or a slice. How people sometimes talk about the third dimension. That's not the best way to talk about it. The most complete way to understand is a zonal reality. And so now you see what I'm talking about. This satanic Saturnalian sort of psychic pulsing drills you in. It ends up making you go into habitual circles, and it drills you down into a zonal reality. And think about a habit. It's going in a circle. You're always doing the same thing. That's what a habitual nature is. Remember Terence McKenna's time wave. Novelty is the thing that enters. Novelty is the multidimensional seed there. Habitual nature is not. That's the lower nature. Anyway, so look into his time wave, because god damn does it have some repercussions. I'll tell you what an awakening, that time wave from McKenna. So in a sense too, the time wave is operating under this Saturnalian pulsing, though. This is still the human prison bar system, right? This is imprisoning in nature. Habitual nature is imprisoning. The idea of ascension is up and out of habits, out of circular motions, psychic pulsings like this, and so on. So what I've noticed is that this is always present. It's like a layer. Think of it like a roof. A roof for your spirit to hit. You keep hitting it, this psychic Saturn pulsing. And it hurts too. And this is the satanic energy. I've said that when a person's or a monkey body goes into acidity, very acidic state, I don't know what the threshold is. There's a threshold, obviously. So when you get to a super acidic state, not just if you're acidic for like a day, because you didn't eat your greens that day, but there's a threshold when a body gets, any body, right, gets acidic, it becomes satanic, and it's showing me that this is an energy level. Do you understand? It's just like when you access demons, it's a lower energy level. Angelic realms are higher energy level. You should all know this by now and feel this for yourself. So what I've noticed is it's like a roof, a psychic roof. So say you could fly, which your spirit can, right? So it's like a roof for your spirit. So you feel this, right? It's like a pulsing pattern which creates like a psychic roof. Okay, psychic roof. Okay. So it's limiting henceforth, it's limiting your psychic abilities to a certain range or set or gamut, right? Or certain database level. Anyway, and that's the fourth dimensional level, and that's these dark masters, the ones who are aware of what they're doing when they consciously psychic you like this. Because some people say organic portals are psychic. That's the dark masters, okay? And, they do this, they press you with it. It's a pressing, because it's like I said, a roof psychically, okay? Pushy push. Little Oro wants to come in the tent. Yeah, come. Psst, 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 psst. Give me some good energy. Anyway, so, yes, what I've noticed is that this is the habitual associative energy. It's a pulsing and a circling and a hypnosis as well. It gets you into hypnosis. Notice when you're doing something habitual, you're in that It's habitual hypnosis. You don't realize what you're doing. You fall victim to it quickly. You're like, oh, what was I just doing? Oh. And you have that little moment of awakening, coming back into consciousness, or coming to, like when you're coming out of a coma. That's what habitual nature is. That's why these people are so stupid, these organic portals. They don't realize, they don't have that aha moment all the time. You see? They don't have epiphany energy, because epiphany energy is an energy level and a novel entrance. So this is cosmic exemplified thought, and this is beyond this solar system where the Saturnalian energy is strong. Remember, Saturn is a huge gas, or whatever it is, planet. Is it gas? I forgot. No, that's Jupiter. Is Saturn gas as well? I can't remember. Either way, it's a huge influence on the solar system, right, is the point. And, once you get out of this solar system, consciously or psychically, or however you want to talk about this, you get to, have more epiphanies. So you'll see that these people in their habitual daily lives who are in the grind is not a good thing. Don't be proud that you're grinding like a slave, grinding the gears in pain. They try to, wash it off like, oh, it's all right, I'm just grinding like a slave, People say, oh, I'm always on the grind. That's not a good thing. That is, as my first point puts it, always tribute to the Matrix and always tribute to the hive mind. So the grind is not a good thing. Stop being proud of your slavery. It's pathetic. And you're part of the Satanic order. So stop saying that stupid shit. Right, anyway, so also what I've noticed is you're always duped in. There are a million ways to fall into this grinding Saturnalian pulse. Sorry, just letting the birds go nuts. So you're always duped in, I've noticed, and then this is just what came to me. It just popped in my head, right? I'm not trying to push anything, this just happened. Always duped in, even in an off-grid cabin. That was the visual I had. Because do you get why that came to me? Because it's like, the opposite of being fully in the city circular grind day. You know what I mean? It's like chilling out in an off-grid cabin in the woods, right? You see what I'm saying? So it just popped in my head. I didn't even say that first or anything. That just came to me. And then I went, oh yeah, I get it. Like I just explained it to you. So always duped in, even in the off-grid cabin, cooking for your woman. Why do we have to pay so much respect, even for your lady? Oh, that feels better, Ben. Oh, that feels, does it feel good and inuring? Because feeling good like this is inuring. Notice what happens. It's the opposite of consciousness. Coming to consciousness is terribly difficult and is effort. So when you're fully effortless, you're not always coming to consciousness. So it's funny though, there's the exception of psychedelic cannabis, which is a psychedelic. It is not a depressant, which I've heard some of the people in these world-leading conferences on psychedelics say this, and it was a woman. She was leading. Why the fuck did they let a woman lead the panel? 4 men, bitch men, couldn't even say anything new about psychedelics. Nothing new was said in this panel. I thought you got yourself 4 bitch men and a bitch. What the fuck is going on here? This is how, this system's going to just be stasis. The women are creating a crazy, and it is nuts, over-feminized, encapsulating, over-safe, which is, safety from the universe and expansion system. And it's part of the techno dystopia. Not good. Complete control, in other words. Well, it's manifesting. Take a fucking look. So, anyway, what I've noticed is that you're always duped in, even in your off-grid cabin. And why do I have to not say the word bitch? Why can't I be myself? Why? And it's appropriate here. We're talking about satanic energy, which would be relative to a woman being a bitch, not a lady and carefree and fun or something, wouldn't it? So it is actually appropriate for this video, because we're talking about satanic energy here, which is when a woman gets bitchy. Exactly. Right? So I'm not being erroneous or over the top or something. I'm trying to be accurate. Why now? This is a very good opportunity for us to just, expand the mind a little of those people who just got offended. Offense is a weakness of the ego, so if you are one of the people listening who just got offended, guess what? You need definitely psychedelics, definitely novelty, and to think accurately, not with your safety shield of censorship of reality. My final parting message is that you're always duped in to this pulsing, to this habitual Saturnalian hypnosis.